Hello, my little mathematicians. Today I'm going to help you get started on your homework regarding breaking apart trapezoids to find the area. So I'm going to break these apart into smaller shapes of rectangles and triangles. I'm not going to do all of them, but I'll do problems 2 and 3 with you. Okay? So if we take a look up here, I can break this apart into how many different triangles? Probably 2 different triangles and then rectangle. This one already has a line right here, but then if I just drop this line down, now I have another triangle. So right here, this height is the same as, that height over here. So this is 4. Now the problem is I need to label each of these so then I can find them. And they give me this, but can I find the base? Do you think the base is 8? No. 8 is that whole side right here. All right. Well, because this triangle right here is 4 and 5, and these sides are 4 and 5, I know that it's going to have the same missing piece as this one. So this whole side is 8. How far is it from here to here? Okay, hopefully you said a 2, right? Because this is the same as this. So if this is 2, how much is left remaining to be that 8? Well, you have this part, we don't know, plus this part, the 2, plus this part, we don't know, but it's the same unknown as that one, and it's all equal to 8. Well, 8 minus 2 is 6, so these 2 remaining parts need to add to 6. So if you cut them in half, you get 3. So each of these parts is 3. And then add it together, double check. 3 plus 2 is 5, and 5 plus 3 equals that total side of 8. So now I know I have this triangle of a base of 3 and a height of 4. And I have this rectangle in the middle, and I need the base and height. So what's the base of this guy? Hopefully you didn't say 8. 8's that whole side. The base is here, which is 2, and it has a height of 4. And then you also have this triangle, which has a height of 4 and a base of 3. Okay, so after you draw and label your different shapes, then you want to write the formula for each one. So this is a triangle, base times height divided by 2. This is a rectangle, so what formula is that? Just base times height. And then a triangle again, so another base times height divided by 2. Okay, your base and height is 3 and 4 divided by 2. This one is 2 times 4, and this one is 3 times 4. Okay? So 3 times 4 is 12. 12 divided by 2 is 6. And that 2 times 4 is 8. And this 12 divided by 2 is 6. So add all those together, and that's going to be your total area. So 14 plus 6, you have 20. Is it yards or yards squared? Area is always square yards, okay? So yards squared with a little 2 there. Now for your perimeter is always along the outside, right? So if it helps, highlight all the solid lines that make up that shape. And then that helps you zero in. I'm only going to deal with my solid line. So I have this side that's 5. So I'm going to draw a little tick mark so I know I have that one. Plus this whole side we said was 8. That's done. And then this side, which is a 5, done. And then finally this side, which is a 2. And now type those in. You have 13, and 13 plus 5 is 18, and 18 plus 2 is 20. Now, is it yards or yards squared? Perimeter is always only singular yards. Now, the problem is that some people are like, oh, great. So area and perimeter is always the same? No. And also, when I break it apart into triangles, not all my triangles are identical. So we want to make sure we label each one. Because if we take a look at this one over here, this is broken apart into this triangle, this rectangle, and this triangle. But you can tell by already looking that, yes, this right here is what measurement? 12. So you have a height of 12 and a base of 5. But this one can't have the same base because look at the hypotenuse right here. Okay, this third side is 13 and it's 14.7 here. So even though they look to be the same, this is what they mean by figure not drawn to scale. It doesn't always look how it appears, okay? These look equal, but clearly they're not. This is 13 and this is 14.7. So I need to discover what this base length is. Well, is that 20 the whole thing or just from here to here? That 20 is the whole thing. And my hint that that was the case is because from here to here, they already told me is 6.5. So this part is 6.5. From here to here is 5. So to find this remaining piece, add these together and subtract it from 20. What do you get? Okay, well, when you add these, you got 11.5. So subtract 11.5 from 20, you should have gotten 8.5. Okay, so now I have this triangle here plus this rectangle in the middle plus this triangle there. Okay, and there's where my right angles are. So that right angle connects your height. So my height right here is 12. And my base, remember that box connects your base to your height. So 12 and 5. And then this box connects this base of 8.5 to this height of 12. And then for my rectangle, the base length is 6.5 and the height is 12. Now that you have your different shapes drawn out and they're labeled, go ahead and write your formulas for each shape. The triangle formula, base times height divided by 2. A rectangle formula, just base times height. And then another triangle, so base times height divided by 2. Write that formula every time so you don't always divide by 2 when you're not supposed to, and that you don't forget to divide by 2 when you are supposed to. Now plug in your numbers. You have 5 times 12 divided by 2. You can do 5 times 12 is 60, and then half of that is 30, or you can even do half at the beginning. I can do half of 12 is 6, and then 6 times 5 is 30. Either way, I get the area of this triangle is 30. Here you have 12 times 6.5. Okay, multiply that out. What do you get? Your calculator should have told you you got 78. Okay, and then for here, your base is 8.5, your height is 12, divide by 2. Rather than typing all this in and then dividing by 2, I in my head can do half of 12 is 6. Now just type in 6 times 8.5. What do you get? Yeah, your calculator should have told you 51. Now add those three shapes together, and you get an area of, hopefully it told you, 159. So you have 159 meters or meters squared for this one. Area is always in meters squared. And then for the perimeter, you're only focusing on the outside. So here, 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 and here. So I have this side, the 6.5, done. This side, which is 13, done. And then this side, what is this side? Yeah, that whole length is 20. So that side's done. And then now finally trace to here, you have 14.7. A lot of times people accidentally type the same thing in twice or they forget a side. So I like to go in order and also double check. A trapezoid is a quadrilateral. It has 4 sides. So I should have 4 numbers that I'm typing in for my perimeter. Okay, go ahead and type it in. And what do you get your perimeter to be? Yep, it should have told you it was 54.2. And is it meters or meters squared? Perimeter is always just meters. All right. Hopefully you feel a little bit more confident and go ahead and finish those last 2 problems. Don't forget to actually draw out your shapes, label them, write your formula, and then write the numbers you plugged in. If you see them written out, hopefully it'll help you remember to divide by 2 when you're supposed to. And then you don't accidentally do it when you're not supposed to. Okay, you got this. You're going to do amazing.